First of all, it was a heck of a game. I know if you were a fan to watch. And Rich and their guys did a good job against us. He does an excellent job. I thought their guys played well. I thought our kids played extremely hard and just came up a little bit short again. Going back into that locker room with those guys, man, I love those kids. I'm proud to coach them. They give everything they have, and it hurts to look in their eyes after a game like that. I told them we all got to find a way to reach down in our soul and our heart, our mind, our spirit, and find a way to keep taking another step. Because the good thing is we got another game next Saturday. And those kids will bounce back, and we'll bounce back and keep striving along. You can almost taste it, but that one definitely hurt for sure. So, and I'll take any questions at this time.
Your defense holds them scoreless for 2 quarters, and then they put in Randall. Did it kind of seem like that was the turning point?
Well, it definitely was a turning point, and we had practiced for that. And he made some good plays. The play that really hurt was a dive. We just had a mistake, and then it hit, and he made a guy miss, and that was tough. But Randall made some good plays. He's a good football player, and we didn't adjust quick enough on the field on it. I mean, we called the calls that we had practiced, knowing they were going to do that. Their tight end arcing and the dive read and all the type of things that they did. He made us miss a couple times, bounced outside, cut inside. That was that was a heck of a drive they had off the goal line there when we had them pinned back. Yeah, that was tough. It was really tough.
Coach, so your team was ready for quarterback Randall.
Yeah, he had been playing, and so we prepared. So that we knew that he would run the ball more. They understood that. They were yelling eights in the game. They all understood what was trying to transpire. We just didn't execute it as well as they executed against us on some of that.
Coach, like you said, you guys held them scoreless for 2 quarters. Gave you guys every opportunity to break the game open. How are you guys able to shut them down for those 2 quarters?
Well, early in the game, we just. It goes quick. The game's going fast. They're good at what they execute, and we kind of tried to simulate it in practice as best we can. They hit a couple on us. They ran a counter on us. It was a big play. They hit on us. We fit it up wrong, and then we settled in, and the kids started playing well and get a feel for it. Started making plays, we changed. Really didn't change anything. We just kept calling the different things we've been working on in practice, and they just fit them up correctly and started making more plays.
Coach, what has to happen for you guys to be able to make those plays and be able to finish a game?
Right, I agree. I'm trying to hit every button I can to figure that answer out, and haven't figured it out yet. And our kids are too. They're trying to figure it out, and we'll just keep fighting along and keep pushing at it. And that we're working on it every day. We feel like we're closer. We feel like we're getting nearer. We're just not there, and it's extremely frustrating for everybody.
What's your assessment of the offense tonight?
I felt like, I think I even said it, I felt like that we were really clicking this week in practice. I felt like that we were moving well. I thought the offense did well. We kind of, right there, we had a couple chances to kind of get another score and get up, and we didn't get it done a couple of times. They made some good plays on us, and that right there in that spurt when we were holding them scoreless, if we could have got up maybe 31 to instead of 24-17, 31-17, might have made a bigger difference. They might not have gone with the runner because they might have thought they needed to keep passing. So, but I thought they had their best overall game of the year against a talented defense.
Do you still feel that Cepho was the answer quarterback?
Yeah, I thought he made a lot of plays and did some good things tonight for us. We've got to play. We got to play better defense. We got to play better defense. You can't give up 600 yards, and that's not very good.
Explain the guaranteed win comment.
Oh, we were at a pep rally. It was a pep rally. I mean, y'all been to you've been to your high school pep rallies, your college pep. I mean, you're up there trying to get them fired up, trying to get them going. That's all that was. I mean, it was with our people there, and I believe in our team, and I believe in what's going on, and if I don't believe in them, nobody is. And so it was a pep rally type, excite them, comment type thing. That's what that was, and I believe in our team, and I believe we can win every game we play. I honestly 100% do, and I want our kids to understand that and believe that. But y'all been to pep rallies? Come on, things are said all the time.
Mike,
So,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Finish?
No, go ahead.
Okay. When Randall came in the game, he not only changed it from the quarterback position, but it was almost like the defense lost track of Baker. He had the big gash up the middle. And
Right, we had,
to the left.
Right, we had a really good call for that, and one of our kids just screwed it up. And that's our coach's fault and my fault. We need to rep it more, make sure he knows it. So that's what happens in option. It can look that bad with one mistake, or we don't get the call correctly, that type of thing. And that play hurt. There's no doubt about it.
And then when he ran off to the side and he was wide open for the touchdown, is that the one you were just talking about?
In the first half?
No. In the fourth quarter, he kind of lined up to the right and then.
Oh yeah. Yes. The young man that had him didn't take him, so we've got to keep practicing, keep working on it. That was a good scheme. We had practiced that play, and they get caught up in the backfield and they give and he came out. They ran crossers underneath and pulls your eyes, and so it's a thing that we need to. And we talked about it. Matter of fact, we talked about it because they had a play in the first half when the guy was kind of open and they didn't see him, and so we talked about this. They could come back to that and worked on it. We just didn't get it across well enough, and we got to get it across better as coaches.
Well, the kind of thing when Randall's in there, you almost have to pay more attention to him and what he might do, and then somebody slips past you.
Yeah, that's what the run pass. When you hear coaches talk about if you're running the football, it opens up some pass situations. They're keying on certain things. Your eyes are more focused. When it's a pass, when they're passing all the time, you can kind of have better peripheral vision, and you're not sucked in on the run as much. So yeah, that's something that definitely could have happened with that.
Coach, Grant Watanabe got his first time this
Yeah.
season playing. How do you think he played overall from the first quarter? Nerves that he had to improve as well.
From the naked eye out there watching, I thought he played hard. Thought he played well. I know he made some mistakes, but we expected that. But he didn't. Like I was saying one day, Grant doesn't blink. He hits anything and he don't blink. He's one of those type of guys. So it wasn't too big for him, and he'll keep playing and keep getting better for us. And I thought he made some nice hits out there tonight.
What about some of your other linebackers that filled the role?
Yeah, N.J. Fallow played. I thought he did some good things. When I get on film, I can tell exactly what happened. And they didn't. They had to make some mistakes in there for a couple of those runs to pop. But we'll just have to coach it better and work on it harder. And the more reps they get, the better they'll be at it.
Any word on Shea, Coach?
They're X-raying right now. When I leave here, I'm going to go by and check on it. Matter of fact, I just saw his dad outside. He goes, "You know anything yet, Coach?" I said, "I'm going to go to a press conference. I'm going to go find out and get back with you." So, that's hard on a parent.
He was pretty dynamic tonight.
Yeah, he was.
How did that change your game plan?
Well, we'll have to. We have some other quick receivers, but Shea's really a good football player. We'll miss him for sure. I hope we can get him back. I hope I go down there and get him fixed quick. We'll see, but we'll look at that. We play quite a few guys at receiver, so that helps us. We got some guys that can play inside or outside, but we definitely don't want to lose Shea. That was a heck of a play and had a chance there. And I was hoping we'd have the same thing when we rushed their punter like the team today did. I thought maybe that would have helped us.
Coach, do you have any concern about guys hanging their heads after another tough loss like this?
Yeah, you do. And that's what I was telling them after the game, how much I appreciate them, how much I love them, how much I care for them. And you're going to face some hard times in life. This is tough when you're a young man, putting all your heart, soul, and time into something. But you have to find a way to keep moving forward. If you just shut it down and stop, if you give in, you're going to give in later on in life. And that's a lesson we're trying to teach them. I'm trying to teach them. And it's hard all the way around, because you push and you push and you work and you climb and you work, and you're so close and you can taste it. And sometimes that's harder than being far. It's a lot harder than being far away, really. Because you just know, and you just agonize over like the little plays you're talking about. Those little plays are big plays, and so we'll find a way to get there.
Coach Seffel had a couple times during the game where he was running the option offense.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys are going to try to?
No, we did that on a. We thought they showed the tendency to play some two-man. When they're two-man, they'll hit the receiver and run with him, and then the safety's got to come from about 18 yards deep. And so we saw a couple of looks like that. And if we saw a look that was similar to that, we thought we could run a little speed option and get it on the end and pitch it to Donovan or Carr or Lindsey, and they could get running on a 3rd down and 7 or 8 and get the first down. And that was the thought behind that. That's why we did it. No, he did some quarterback runs that were good in the red zone, and we can do that. He's got a big body, and I just don't like it when he lowers the right shoulder. He needs to lower the left shoulder.
Coach, Alex Kinney tonight had a pretty good game.
Yes, he did. Alex is very talented, and Alex is growing up. He's going to be an excellent punter, and he did some good things for us. He put us in some good situations that would helped us in the game.
Coach, I think it goes without saying the importance of just shaking off losses like this and keeping your eyes geared towards next week. But at the same time, is this something that you want your guys to remember? Do you want them to remember this frustration and this disappointment and use it as a motivation?
To an extent, you do. You know, anytime you go through something in life where you feel like you didn't achieve it, it hurts your gut. And so I think that your gut kind of gives you that fortitude to keep moving forward, or you can give into it. And so you remember a little bit, but you just want to remember enough to keep you moving. You don't want to remember. You don't want to dwell on it all the time so much where you get depressed and you can't keep moving forward. And that happens in a lot of situations that you go through. And so our kids will remember it, and then we got to regroup and keep moving forward.
Coach,
yeah.
Sorry. On the play calling after you guys took that 7-point lead, at least to the eyes of the box, seemed a little bit more conservative than some play calling earlier in the game. Mm-hmm. Is there ever a point where you run one of those downfield plays, really try to just
well, no, we were running the ball pretty well, and so we were trying to run the ball. We threw 3 or 4 shots. We had some other ones we were trying to get down the field, and he didn't have a chance. He had to scramble and get it off. It was I don't necessarily. I mean, if we would have popped a couple of those runs, they were running the ball and popped a couple. So, it's kind of no, we weren't trying to. We were not trying. If you're asking, were we trying just to run the ball and keep? No, not whatsoever. We were trying to run the football. We took some play action shots. We threw a couple of deep shots, and we just kind of got. They made some good plays. We kind of just got bogged down a little bit there, but then kicked it back in. So when I look at it on film, I'll be able to tell a little bit better. But we know in no way, in shape, or form, we were trying to just run it.
Is there a way as a coach that when your offense is sputtering like that, you have something in your playbook that is able to kind of push that offense or maybe generate something? Yeah, there's different things that we looked at. We were talking about on the sidelines. They started pressing a little bit more, so we took a couple shots there. We were trying to do a little bit different, a couple different runs to try to help us get going also, and wanted to try to get back in a rhythm for it.
Coach, you didn't get the win tonight, but right now you seem, I can't speak for you, but you seem pretty proud of your team.
I hurt for my team. I hurt for those kids. I'm proud of how they always fight, and I just really hurt for them. We got to find ways to get it done, I'll be hurting more in the middle of the night. To be honest with you.
Coach,
yeah.
So your defense, it seems like there's a lot of times they hold them. There's 2 quarters, force them 3 and outs, but then they give up big plays. It happens fairly often. What do you have to do to stop those big plays to shut them down? You gotta be consistent in your techniques and fundamentals throughout the whole time, and then when you get different looks, you got to be able to react to it, on the field at times. And so we
we did not do that a few times, and when you play a really good you play a good offensive football team, it hurts you. So it's just consistently doing it.
You kept Patrick Carr in at running back as opposed to Christian Powell or Philip Lindsay. Why was that?
We had Patrick in there and Philip. Philip kind of got dinged up a little bit, came out, then we had to put him back in, and then Patrick Carr, I think, is going to be I think is a really good player. You could see his speed out there, I think, and I think that he's going to keep playing for us. I think he brings a speed dimension to us that helps us, would help our team.
Anything else, Coach?
All right, thank you.